Okay, this is gonna be spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine, so you've been warned. Holy fucking shit, let's get into it. Two things for sure that are fresh in my mind that basically got me out of my seat. One, Henry Cavill as fucking Wolverine. Oh my good, you see the giant back and shoulders of this man, and then you just see the fucking look and the jawline. Oh, yo, he looked unreal. He looks terrifying, actually. That dude is a scary motherfucking Wolverine. That was nuts. And the one that actually topped that, because, those of you that know me, Henry Cavill's stand to the extreme. I love that man. Wesley Snipes as Blade made me audibly scream. I flipped my lid. That was sick, and he just fell right back into that role. So good. There's a couple other ones that I really fucking loved. Seeing a live action Old Man Logan and he shoots Deadpool with the shotgun off of his porch. That was fucking sweet. We saw a tiny Wolverine, like 5 foot nothing Wolverine. We saw Wolverine in a, I think, yellow and brown costume, and then obviously we see him in the costume. His costume. Yo, at the end of the movie, when he flips on the Wolverine mask, oh my god, I squealed. I full on squealed. The eyes, the look. Yo, they killed it with this costume. The look of his outfit in this movie, holy fucking shit. This movie was unreal. It looked fantastic. The CGI blood I didn't love. It felt very Expendables 2. Just red, loud, big blood for the sake of it being there. It just didn't look like it fit. But that's the only quirk I guess I have about this movie, because everything else was just fantastic. The chemistry between these two, the hate bromance that they have, it's just a joy to watch these two interact on screen. And the fact that we're watching an MCU movie about characters that came out of the Fox universe, it's just interesting. But they had so much fun playing around in this movie. Editor Nick here. While editing this reaction review thing, I realized I didn't actually talk about the story. I spent 7 minutes and 41 seconds just talking about cameos and those sorts of spoilers. We're going to speed run that and we'll break down the actual story. So basically, Wade Wilson's timeline, his Deadpool timeline, which it turns out he's in the Logan timeline as well of Earth 10005. His timeline is going to get disintegrated. Wait, no, that's not it. He's in a different timeline. Anyways, his timeline is going to get wiped out by a rogue TVA agent called Paradox. He can't save them, so he goes to get Logan to help him, as Logan is the anchor being of that timeline. When a timeline's anchor being dies, then that timeline slowly starts to disintegrate. But Paradox is trying to speed up that process with this machine that eats away at the timeline. And he goes to recruit Logan, doesn't work. Then he goes on a Logan recruitment mission. We see tons of different variants of Logan. He finally finds a Logan out of a world which I guess throughout the multiverse is known as the worst Logan, because he failed to save his brothers, his sisters, the X-Men. We find out in the movie that he just goes, gets pissed drunk, humans come and basically cause war on the X-Men, and they kill them all. And he heard their screams and cries for help, but he didn't save them. So a bit of a redemption arc in that sense. And then the way that we get there, these two sort of have to fight their way through it. They both end up in the void because they get pruned by Paradox. They have to get out of the void. That's where they run into Gambit and Elektra and Blade. But yeah, they fight their way out of the void. They make their way back to that TVA station. Cassandra Nova, who's the main baddie, she consumes the energy out of this machine so she can be in control of, being able to disintegrate timelines and universes just at an instant. So pretty big threat. They manage to stop her. They save themselves in doing so. We have a cute, family dinner, kind of like that scene in Logan where, you hear Charles Xavier in the trailer saying, "This is what life looks like, people that love each other." It felt very reminiscent of that, so it was cute that they had their moment. And it was a cute little ending to a very, very entertaining movie. But yeah, wanted to add this bit in because I spent way too long just dissecting the cameos and stuff. That's the story. that speedrun of some of the cameos in there. Johnny fucking Storm. Chris Evans, Johnny Storm is in there. Fuck, that was sweet. I might leave that bit in for the video, but yeah, tons of fun. Back to the rest of the video. The thing that got me, because leading up to the movie, they were talking about how much they're not going to touch what happened in Logan. Man, did they fucking lie. If there's a movie that genuinely makes me full on sob every time I watch it, like I'll cry in movies, I get emotionally involved, but if there's a movie that full on makes me a mess, it is Logan. And for this movie to start the way that it did by just desecrating his grave, and then never in my days would I have thought that I would see Deadpool use the adamantium skeleton of Logan to beat up a bunch of TVA agents. It was just so confusing and entertaining. That opening credit sequence was sick. I think one of my favorite scenes... You're getting a lot of mixed emotion right now. This isn't a very structured review, in case you can tell. You're just getting all the initial reaction raw. One of my favorite sequences, I think, was just that side long take of Logan and Deadpool beating up all the other Deadpool variants. That was awesome. Looked great. Holy shit. Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, is in this movie. You hear his voice and you're like, oh shit, it's Cap. And then he comes down and you see the uniform he has on. You're like, hold on, that's not Cap. You know those threads. He is Johnny fucking Storm. So good. Just so much. Hearing him say flame on, like, the shit that happened in this movie that I wasn't expecting to happen, just mwah. Tons of fun. It was fan service that I was never ever expecting, and just what they were able to pull off, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think they knocked it out of the park with this one. I think it was a ton of fun. The movie felt like an event. It didn't feel like a movie. It felt like an event, like the culmination of so many things, and then the beginning of something brand new and beautiful. The end credits was kind of cute too. The sort of send-off that they gave to all the Fox characters over the years, that was super cute. With that all being said, be nice to your movie theater staff wherever you go to watch this film. Clean up and pick up after yourselves, please. It just speeds up the process so they can get a whole fresh set of butts into the second and third and onward viewing after the one that you just were in. And have fun. It's a ton of fun. A lot of laughs. Really good movie. Yeah, man. I fucking loved it. It was so fucking good. Let me know what you guys thought of the movie. What were some of your favorite moments and cameos? Henry Cavill is officially in the MCU, and that can't change. He belongs here. Fuck, does he look good as Wolverine, but he belongs here in any capacity. Yeah, that's all I've got. I know there's more. I know there's a ton more, but it's just a lot of fun. I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.